All right, welcome back, you guys. So what you guys are about to see is my first interview ever with James. His brand is called Time Over Money. The first 4 minutes and 30 seconds, 5 minute range, that's gonna be him talking about what his brand is about. I wanted to make sure that if we were doing this interview, I wanted to make sure that he got something out of it as well. So I just want to let you guys know what the time span is regarding that. But other than that, I really hope you guys enjoy this interview, and I hope you guys are able to get something out of it and maybe learn something more about me that you didn't know before. Thank you guys for watching.
We got Jonathan here with It's All About the Journey. That's your brand. We're also going to talk about you doing stocks. You do that kind of on the side, I guess. That's kind of like your 9 to 5 for yourself. But it's all about the journey is what your brand is. So I had a chance to talk with you yesterday, just for everybody, so everybody knows. Me and Jonathan talked real quick, and he thought it would be a good idea that I talk about myself real quick and about my brand, Time Over Money. So if you're okay with it, Jonathan, I'll kind of lead in with that, and then we'll go from there.
Go for it, man.
Cool, man. So my name is James. My brand is Time Over Money, and me and Jonathan linked up from Gary V's post. Gary V post something. I kind of put myself out there and said that I want to do these interviews, and Jonathan basically said, "Hey, I'm here. Let's do it." I was like, "Cool." So me and him linked up. We talked, and here we are. Time Over Money for me, just real quick. I'd say about five years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I had an idea. I had kind of like a thought that I wanted to open up my own kind of like kids jump house business. There's a guy who does it here where I live in Utah that's very successful at it, and I just thought it'd be a cool thing to do. And I was lucky enough to have an opportunity to interview him, to talk to him. But the difference was back then is that I didn't put it on camera. I just went and met up with him at a coffee shop. We talked, and that was kind of the end of that. I didn't have the funds back then, nor really do I now, to open up a business like that because everything we had talked about was like, man, I'm gonna need a good chunk of change. So that was that. And fast forward to last year, pandemic happens. Everybody, right? Everybody's got time on their hands now. So I'm thinking about what can I do to, on one hand, and I think me and you, Jonathan, can agree that I want to be happy with what I do, right? I'm happy with what I do now at my 9 to 5, but I want to do my own thing. I want to kind of create my own money, and I just want to be able to kind of be on my time. And so just was it's I don't think it's really anything new, but time over money is just kind of something I thought about, thinking about how can I better use my time to figure out what it is that I want to do. But also with that, when I started looking up different ideas on, well, what's some other things that I could do other than the jump house business that could kind of get me going, get my feet wet. And there's a lot of videos out there, and Google will help you too with just kind of overall business, how to get a business started, but nothing specific. There's no specifics out there. So I kind of went back and thought about when I interviewed that guy for the jump house business, and I thought to myself, um, this would be a good opportunity for me to just get myself out there and talk to other people like yourself, Jonathan, and kind of get to know people, and um, kind of pick their brain a little bit. People who are successful, people who have been unsuccessful, and everything in between. What is it that you've done? What are you currently doing? Can you give us any tips, how we could be better at what we're doing, and just kind of go from there, and just snowball it from there. And I thought that would be a great idea for me to just kind of get a blueprint from everybody, and I could pick little things out of there that will help me on my ventures on whatever it is I decide to do. And in the meantime, in between that, I can do interviews like this, talk to people like yourself, and other people could take that also and do what they want to do. So in this case, let's say that somebody's looking to start a brand like yourself, and somebody's looking to do stocks like what you're doing. Um, they watch this video, they can take some advice and some things from this video from you. And hey, it's even kind of networking, right? So where you can put yourself out there, and people could reach out to you and say, hey, um, this is what I want to do, and I seen your video, and hey, maybe you can talk to each other and figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just felt like it was really good use of my time to do stuff like this. This is why I say time over money. My happiness over anything, my time. I need to use my time wisely in order to make sure that I align those things right. And in the process, I feel like the money will come so long as I'm doing something that I enjoy doing. But if I enjoy this, I enjoy what I'm doing, I ain't worried about the money. I also don't want it to be um, misconceived that I don't value money. I value money as much as the next person, but I value my happiness and my time first. I let the money follow, and hopefully that will happen. And if it doesn't, hey, in the process, I'm doing what I enjoy, and I'm talking to good people like yourself. So that's where I'm at with this, and this is what leads me here. And so now, enough about me. We're going to talk about you, bro. Um, so you you have a brand that is, sorry, I'm just getting my internet connection. I swear it's crazy here. You're doing all about the journey. That's your brand, correct?
Yes.
And then you also, do you trade stocks, or what is that exactly?
Yeah, so I did trade penny stocks. That's pretty much how all of this began. I've done different business ventures before. For whatever reason, I stop, I quit, and I leave. But one thing that I've never stopped doing is trying to find something that I thoroughly enjoy. And obviously, in the past with those business ventures, those are something that I thoroughly enjoy. But just like Gary Vaynerchuk says, you get new information within your journey to whatever you want, and you change your mind. So that's what ended up happening, and it's all about the journey. This was an accident. I didn't even want to call it my brand in the beginning, but I thought that it would be a really cool idea to document myself on YouTube to becoming a profitable day trader on YouTube. And I did YouTube videos like 3-4 years ago. I just kind of preach at the camera some mindset principles that I liked, and I realized that I didn't want to do that anymore. So I created a blog, and the blog was called "It's All About the Journey."
Okay.
And for my YouTube videos, I needed an intro and an outro, and it came with the logo. And this logo came, and I liked it, so I threw it on a T-shirt, and then people wanted to support me.
Oh, that's cool. So you kind of said that all about the journey just kind of came about through all that, but so that wasn't really ever your plan, was to create a brand. You just kind of thing just birthed itself.
Yeah, exactly.
And so do you have, as far as the brand goes, since that wasn't something that you had planned, do you have you kind of made any plans for the future with the brand, or you plan to take it anywhere, or are you just going to kind of see what happens and see where it goes?
So I'm kind of just taking it step by step, day by day. My whole goal with this was, I like the logo. I'm gonna throw it on a T-shirt. And if people want to support and buy, then cool. And then along in the process of printing T-shirts, more ideas just started popping up. Like, oh, I could do hats. Oh, I could do joggers. And I thought that was really cool. Like today, I just had a meeting with a videographer. So I'm gonna be doing like a promotional video, rap type video, lifestyle video.
That's cool.
For It's All About the Journey.
Right.
And all of this stuff is pretty much just for my entertainment, to be honest with you. It's something that I enjoy doing. And if it catches on, it catches on. But if it doesn't, then
right, you have no expectations.
Exactly.
Right. I can agree with that. I kind of feel you on that, because I'm kind of the same way. I have the brand here, Time Over Money. Put it on sweaters, put it on shirts, stuff like that. I got other people who are also supporting, but I kind of feel the same way, man. Like I enjoy doing that. I enjoy making the design. I enjoy putting them on T-shirts and wearing them around for myself. But I feel like, hey, if something comes out of it, great. And if nothing does, again, it's all about being happy and just kind of like enjoying what you do. It's kind of like you said, for entertainment. So I think that's awesome. All right. So you do stocks, you do trading, you trade penny stocks. You do that on your own. You don't work for a company. Tell us about that.
No, so that was one of the things that really attracted me for day trading penny stocks, was that I'm not involved in no company. I don't need to build a team or anything like that. There's nothing wrong against that. It's just, I just want to be responsible for myself. And it may sound selfish, it may sound lazy, but at the end of the day, I have responsibility over just myself. And when I want to stop, I can stop. And I don't need to worry about teaching or helping other people.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm learning from this guy named Timothy Sykes. He's teaching me how to do it virtually. You could also get it free stuff on YouTube. But I was following him on Twitter about 4 or 5 years ago. I never pulled the trigger. I was always in and out of jobs, in and out of business opportunities. And just this past November, I was debating on whether I should do forex or if I should day trade penny stocks. So for like a good week or two, I was just researching like what's the difference between trading penny stocks and forex. And I figured for myself it'd be a lot easier for me to learn how to trade penny stocks. So I jumped into it, and right now I'm paper trading. Pretty much what paper trading is you trade with fake money, and the market's live. Everything's real except for your profits and losses. But the way I like to approach how I'm paper trading is how I would approach with the live account. So
Hmm.
like instead of starting with like $100,000, I start off with $800, and
Hmm.
then I work my way up in the account. And then people would ask, well, why are you paper trading? Why don't you just start off with real money? And my answer to that is because I've never done this before. I'm not going to cough up 2 grand to lose it when I have another option to play with fake money and still get the alive market and learn how to
Hmm.
trade the patterns and get the feel for the market pretty much, and see how the patterns play out and read level 2 and see the price action and see how volatile these stocks really are.
Hmm.
So that's the reason why I started day trading.
So my question, what I was following up with, is you said that you do paper trading. So, uh, and you said it's kind of like fake money. So, are you not seeing any returns on your investments when you're doing that, like real returns?
So I'm seeing returns on it. The returns just aren't aren't cashable, if that's the right word. So if I enter and exit a stock, if I was trading with real money, that would be my real return,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
since I'm practicing and I just started this a couple months ago, um, everything is fake, but I'm able to see everything live. I'm
Right.
able to get the feel for an entry and an exit.
You said you're working with a guy named Timothy Sykes. Is there a process that he's kind of put you onto that you're following, like a specific process that you feel like has helped you?
So I'm not working with him. He's the one that's teaching me.
Okay.
Regarding a process, yes, there definitely is a process to this. The process is you need to be disciplined, and you need to have risk management in your trades. You need to have a plan when you enter a trade. You need to cut your losses quickly. If you go into a trade and it's not going your way, you need to cut your losses. And what some people do is they hold and hope. So like an example that I always like to use is one of the trading patterns that I trade is called a morning panic dip buy.
Hmm.
So when the market opens, if a stock ended um, near its highs the previous day, in the morning, all the buyers are gonna go up, and then it ends up panicking. And so when it panics, I try to catch the bottom of the stock so it could then bounce.
Got
It's not an exact science. Not every stock is gonna bounce. So with this one stock that I did was I did a morning panic dip buy, and it didn't bounce according to what I thought it was gonna do. So I cut my losses. I lost like I forgot how much. And then I ended up moving on to another play, and I made a couple $100 on that one. And I tweeted it, and I got some haters from it, and they said, "Oh, how come you didn't hold? Now it's up on the day, blah blah blah." And it's like, yes, but then I would have to hold through all that choppiness, and it's so emotional because
hmm.
I'll be like, even though my tangible money isn't on the line, I like to trade like it is, and I like to go into trades as risk free as possible. Now, obviously, that's not always going to be the case, but if I can make it as risk free as possible and as stress free as possible, I'm happy.
Right. And you talked about how you just said that you put up a post. Was it on Twitter the other day about your gains? Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This was about, I think this was about a month and a half ago, but um, I post on my Twitter about what my weekly and monthly gains are, because in this industry, not a lot of people are transparent,
Uh-huh.
and I want to be as transparent as possible.
So I bring that up because I looked at your Twitter and I had noticed that, I don't know when the exact date was. Maybe I should have looked at that, but you had put up, you had a gain of like $736 or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah, I think
Is that,
that was yesterday.
oh, was that? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and so that's, those are kind of some of the things that when you post that, those are the things that, that happen for you. So that's, you're making $736 for that day. That's what you made in the entire day of trading.
That's what I made in an hour of trading.
In an hour. That's right. I forgot. I read
Yeah.
it was in an hour of trading. When are you going to start feeling comfortable enough to start trading your own money? When are you going to feel confident enough? Like how much time needs to go by, or what needs to happen in order for you to feel comfortable to do that?
So first off, number one, saving up the money. I could start an account right now, but I think the reason why I haven't really pulled the trigger yet is because we just got off of a really hot market, and then we had some like choppiness in there, and then now I wouldn't say the market's kicking back up again, but it's in a transition period. And even though we got off on a, so pretty much what I'm trying to say is I'm still in the learning. I'm not in a rush to make real money right now. And that's where a lot of people will get mixed up in, is that, you know, they're going to go into this, I want to make money right away. But just like Tim says, is it's a marathon, not a sprint. And the reason why I'm so patient with my process is because I know how big the payout can be. So I'm not in a rush to impress myself or impress others with how much money I make. I want to make sure that I get it right for sure. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm trying to get rich for sure. So, and I'm still young. I want to join his challenge. That's about $5,000. So by the end of the year, I should be trading with the live account for sure.
Nice. And this is something that you picked obviously for yourself. So this trading stocks, this kind of what does it for you. Do you see this as something long-term for yourself? You enjoy this enough to do it long-term?
Yes, 100%. And the reason being is because it allows me complete freedom over everything what I want to do. And that's one thing that's really attracted me to the different business ventures that I've been in the past, is having freedom. But for the definition of freedom that I have for myself and for my family, this is what does it for me. My mom, she works for the government, and ever since I was little, she was always away. And so I never really get to have that time with her. And I don't want to be in a career where I'm not going to be able to have that time with my family because I'm too busy focusing on, you know, providing for them.
I hear that, man. I 100% agree. This is exactly what we're talking about, right? This is why you're doing what you're doing, why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is why we're talking. So I agree. In your blog, you talk about a business opportunity that changed your life forever. Can you talk about that? Can you expand on that?
Yes. I'll go ahead and say the name because for some people it's a cuss word, for other people it's a scam. I used to work with Primerica. So Primerica is a life insurance company, and they offer different financial services. I was introduced to it right after high school, and it completely changed my life. So as soon as I entered that company, I got backlash immediately saying that it's a scam. They just want you for your money. And what I quickly learned about it was that people were saying it's a scam because it's a business opportunity, and people aren't aware of how a business works because we're just taught to have, I don't want to say an employee mindset, but we're just taught to get a job and then go work for them. We're not taught how to build something. And so what they teach there is they teach you how to build your own business for yourself, but not by yourself, under people who have been successful doing it. So it is an MLM. But one thing that I really took away from it was the mindset. I was learning from people who are making tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, weekly, for 9 months straight. And one thing that I learned, the difference between them and the people who aren't doing that, is that it's the mindset. And if you change your mindset, you could change your life. Obviously, it's not going to happen right away, but that's what I learned, and
Mhm.
it was a complete game changer for me. And fast forward to now, about 2 years ago, I had a mentor named Dwayne Long. This dude also changed my life. Different type of business, and for the longest time, I thought it's about how much money you make. It's about how successful you are. And my definition of success changed from how much money you make to how much value you provide to people and how happy you are doing it. And that was it for me. After that, I don't care about how much. I don't care if I make hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in the stock market. What I care about is how much freedom am I going to be able to have to spend time and provide for my family.
That's cool, man. That's a great mindset to have, especially at such a young age for yourself. Okay, so in your blog, you talk about how it's not about the money, it's about the journey and who you become and helping the process along the way. Why do you feel so passionate about this?
It's not about the money. It's about the journey, who you become, and who you help along the process. So I'm just an average guy who doesn't think he's so average. I've heard many success stories of people. I've just heard too many success stories, so I decided to create my own. And one thing that really clicked with me was, if you want to get to where you want to be, you have to change. And obviously, with growth, that could either be personal growth, that could be income growth, that could be just lifestyle growth, however you want to put it. I feel the more value you have within yourself, the more value you're able to bring to other people. So like for me, one of my dreams is, I've always, like, going to the different conferences that I've been to, I always love the idea of speaking on stage. And the reason why I love that idea is because that person on the stage is bringing value to someone. They're changing someone's life with what they're saying. And I think to have that power within you, it's a trickle down effect. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's not about the money. It's about who you become in the process, and who you help. And I believe in that 100%. Because if I want to achieve something, I'm gonna end up being better tomorrow than I was today.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't see any
man.
downside from it.
That's awesome. I want to really quick, just you do the trading, you have some experience in it. I know that you're kind of just still, I guess, getting started. You know, you're not trading with your own money yet, but we're going to close this out here in a minute. Is there any advice or anything that you'd like to say to finish this interview off with? Anything that you could tell anybody that wants to get into this or wants to do it? What could you say to them?
I don't like to put my advice into a particular niche, because I think I'm a big believer in success leaving clues. And what I mean by that is, no matter what niche, what industry you're trying to be successful in, all the fundamentals to success are going to be the same. I would say is, number one is no ifs, ands, or buts. Excuse me. No, yeah, buts. So pretty much, oh, I want to do this, yeah, but dot 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 dot. Oh, I want to do that, yeah, but dot 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 dot. Mm-hmm. It's that dot 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 that's gonna fuck you up. Because no matter what position you're in, there's someone that's been successful in a worse position that you've been in before.
Right.
So, and people, and that's why I say it's all about the journey, because people don't want to go through all the bullshit that they need to get through because they don't enjoy the journey. They're just looking for the end result. So that's what my whole brand is about. It's about detaching from the end result and enjoying your process. Forget about the end result. Forget about the money. Enjoy the process. Because if you get to the end result and it's not what you expected it to be, you're still going to have a process, and you're not going to stop that because you enjoyed it so much.
Right. I agree, man. I agree. The last thing I want to do is tell us. You could tell us where we can find you, your socials, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. We can also link it in the description below once this is all said and done. But if you want to tag anything, you want to hit anything, let us know now. You got anything?
Yeah. So my Instagram is JAY Sandoval 23. Same thing for my Twitter. In the link in the bio, you could also see all my trades. I post all my trades publicly, and then if I put PT next to a tweet or a trade, it means paper trade. So I like to be transparent about that as well. So I don't want to fool people thinking that I'm making all this money when I'm not yet. That's why I put PT.
Good to know, man. Good to know. Hey, thank you for your time. This was a struggle with
Yeah, a little bit.
internet connection being in and out, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming on here. Thanks for letting me talk to you. Thanks for letting me pick your brain a little bit. I just want to say, whatever you decide to do, whether it be this, moving forward, anything else, good luck, bro. I hope you're successful at what you decide to do. And yeah, man, thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, James, for having me on. This isn't going to be the last of us, and it was really great connecting with you.
Yeah, for sure. You too, man. I enjoy talking to you.
All right.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Likewise.
Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you even made it this far, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your time. I hope this video brought you guys some value. If it did, leave a like, subscribe, click the link in the description so you can find out where to find more of me, and then also to find more of James. But other than that, thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend.